Hello, everybody. So today I'm going to be talking about willpower and why it doesn't work. So I'm hoping that some people are going to join me, and if they don't, they don't. I'll talk to myself again like last time, but actually no, last time I ended up speaking to lots of people, which was brilliant. Thank you also for sharing my video. I really appreciate it, and all the love and comments that you gave me. So I want to start off by asking, how many times have you started a diet on a Monday and ruined it by Thursday? So many people do this. It's like New Year's resolutions. Oh, 1st of January. Okay, now I'm going to be really, really good. I'm going to start the year off with a bang. There's no more chocolate. There's no more alcohol. There's no more this. There's no more that. And within a couple of weeks, that's all gone. The problem is that it's instinct. Now, we as people think that we are cleverer than instinct, but in fact, we are ruled by it just like every other animal is on Earth. Now, the way that the brain works is that every time that we have an experience, we build a neural pathway, and the neural pathway goes from the stimulus, which is the experience, to the way that we react. And every time that we come across another experience which is similar to that one, the brain searches through all of this network of neural pathways to try to find one that's similar to the one that we've already had. And when it finds a match or a close match, it says, okay, so how did we react that time? And it says, okay, this is what we did. So I'm going to react that way this time, because any other reaction could end up with us dead. And the brain doesn't want us to end up dead, so it follows that same reaction. Now, at some point, if you're struggling with food or eating or chocolate or crisps or biscuits or something like that, at some point, your brain may have decided that eating chocolate makes you feel safe. So every time that you have a stressful situation, for example, or you need some comfort, or you're not feeling enough love, then the brain says, I know what's going to make us feel safe: chocolate or crisps or biscuits, cookies, whatever it is. Now, you may have the best intention in the world to not eat it, or to just have a little bit, okay, I'll just have one biscuit because I know it's going to make me feel good. And the next thing you know, the entire packet is gone. And that's because the brain has said, oh, I know this is going to make me feel good and it's going to make me feel safe. So it kind of overrides all of the willpower that you have, because the brain, the instinctive part of the brain, is saying, I need this to feel safe and to feel good and to survive. So it's gone. So what can you do about it? Well, you can break habits. It is possible. You can change the cycle and break what we call the habit loop. So the habit loop is made up of three things. It's the stimulus, the cue, the routine, which is what you do, and the reward, which is what you get from whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, so if you are coming home and you're stressed from work, then the cue is your stress, your anxiety. The routine is to reach for the chips or the chocolate or the cookies, and the reward is that it makes you feel good, or you get that nice mouthfeel or that crunch, whatever it is that your brain then says, yeah, that's it, that's what I needed. So how do you change that? Well, it's worth working out what the trigger is. So is it the fact that you're stressed? Is it the fact that you're snacking while making dinner? And then have a look and see what you can do to change the trigger. So some people say to me, okay, by the time I get home, I'm starving and I'm cooking the healthy meals for the kids, and all I'm doing is snacking the whole time that I'm making dinner. I can't help myself. So I say to them, well, what did you eat between lunchtime and getting home and making dinner? And they're like, oh, nothing. Okay, it's no wonder. If you had your lunch at 12 o'clock and you're not getting home to make dinner until 7 or later in the evening, that's a huge amount of time to have nothing inside your body, no fuel. And your brain is going, I need to eat to survive. So you can't help yourself. And it's just like munch, munch, munch. So in that instance, stop the trigger from happening by having a decent snack between lunch and dinner so that you're not starving and ready to eat somebody's arm by the time that you get home. Or it could be that you are finally relaxing after a long day at work, kids are in bed and finally gone to sleep. You sit down, you've got Netflix, and you've got a packet of cookies. This is linked to the stress response, and I'm going to go into that on another live, because the way that the adrenal glands work with the fight or flight system, that is another sort of part of the stress response, and this gets into this habit loop as well. So I'll talk about that on another day, but it's about identifying where the trigger is coming from, the cue that's making you embark on this behavior to make you feel better. Something else is if you are having trouble breaking the habit loop, it's all good and well and good to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. Sometimes it's so deeply entrenched in you that it's almost impossible to break the loop yourself. And that's where you would call in my help. So I use different techniques to help build new neural pathways in your brain to allow you to react the way that you want to react instead of the way that you do react. Now, sometimes the reason for the behavior might be completely different to the reason that you think it is. Lots of people have come to me and they've said, I do this and I think it's because of that. And, so I sit down and we talk and then we dig down into what's really going on. And then we may find that actually it's totally unrelated. And it may be something to do with something that happened to them in their childhood that is triggering them to act in a certain way. Lots of people have problems with the inner child who's feeling unloved and unsafe. One woman came to me and she was constantly binging on cakes. And it turned out that it was linked to when her baby brother came home from the hospital and she felt unloved by her mum and dad. So even as the grown-up, she knew that, okay, yeah, my mum and dad love me and we're a whole big happy family. Every time that she had a stressful incident, suddenly she became that 5-year-old little girl, and the only thing that was going to make her feel better was eating cake. And it was only through using hypnosis and regression and then using the techniques that I'm trained in to do that we managed to make that inner child feel loved and whole again, and she was able to get past that stress eating response. So if you need help to change these patterns, then why not get on a call with me and see how I can help you. It's a free call, 30 minutes, we'll have a chat, see what's going on, see where your issues are, see what what your barriers are, what's been holding you back, and then I can let you know what we can do. I work via Skype or Zoom, and alongside that, I have a personal goal to help 100 people drop a dress size by Easter 2019. So if you want to be one of those people to lose that dress size, then why not click now and come and talk to me? And if it's something else that's going on, why not have a chat? Because, we can see what's going on and maybe I can help you with that too. Now, it was only a short live today. I hope you found it useful. Please leave me some comments if you're watching this later. And other than that, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.